Welcome back, Vacay fam. Today we're gonna be doing a follow-up on a series of videos for first-time cruisers. If you're a first-time cruiser, I got some tips for you. This is a very excellent one. If you've been following my series throughout the month, you know that there's a slew of first-time tips. If you're not and you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I'm KC. I'm gonna give you your latest tips on making sure your first-time cruise is seamless. I'm gonna try to give you some tips, tricks, and on the ships, to make sure I wasn't trying to rhyme right there, but to help you out, you guys, on your easy. I've been cruising for some time. I'm very much of a travel advisor. I've been advising folks on how to travel for years. So, so I'm gonna give you some tips on how to have a seamless cruise for a first-time cruiser. Because a lot of stuff you're going into, some uncharted waters, you don't know, what to expect. So this series is going to be about about getting to your room, as far as like, when can I get to my room? So let's get into it. I'll talk more about it.
Welcome aboard Vacay Mode.
All right, you guys. So getting to your room. I know after you do all the hustle and bustle, get on the ship, grab you something to eat, it's like kind of like before you even get on the ship, like, man, when can I get to my room? I want to relax. I'm tired. I had a long flight, a long drive here, and stuff like that. You're like, can I just go straight to my room? The answer is yes and no. If you're a first-time cruiser, no. If you've been on the ship long enough, no as well. But you have to be on there for a long period of time for they give you that, access to opening up your room for free. Open up your room early. So just be aware of that. So on some ships, they do let you on, let you to your room, but sometimes they don't, and you try to figure out like, well, where do I get my key at? Most of the time on some ships, they give you the key up front. It's a little card, look like a credit card that you slide the room. Sometimes it's maybe a wristband, or, sometimes it might be left in your mailbox by your door. That's where your key would be at. I know some people are like, man, it ain't that kind of dangerous. People gonna get in my room. No, not necessarily, because everybody on focus on the same exact thing. So they, no, I always thought about that too. Like, why would you leave your key out there? Because normally they would give it to you, but a lot of people would lose it. So that's the reason why they would leave it on the ship. So you just grab it and go. And a lot of it's kind of like a touchless thing because of COVID and a whole bunch of other things. You know what I'm saying? Because no matter when you guys see this video as the first time, a lot of things have changed because of COVID. So when you get to when you are allowed, most of the time it's at 1:30, depending on what ships you're going on. Sometimes it might be early, sometimes later, but it depends on if your room was, finished cleaned up from the next person that was in your room, because they got to really sanitize the room from top to bottom for the next person to come in. Like I said, because of COVID, a lot of things have changed, which is good. It's a good thing. So one thing you want to do is, after you finish eating, pay attention. Normally you go to your room around 1:30, and that's around the time where the muster station is really going to be getting ready to get started. They're actually pushing for you to do it. That's why I always tell you in one of the videos earlier, go to your muster station first. First thing you get on the ship, before you eat, drink, do anything, go to your muster station. But, but when you go to your room, inspect your room. Just look it over and stuff like that. See what you got. See if you order some things for your room, make sure it was there that day, or find out what's going on. This is the best time to do a walkthrough of your room, just to see your bathroom, your bedroom, see how big your closet is and stuff like that. And most of the time when you get to your room, after you finish unpacking, we like to unpack right away, and under the bed is where you put your suitcases. That's where you're gonna have plenty of space to put your suitcases if you want them out of your way. If you don't mind and want your room to be messy and have a whole bunch of luggage around there, leave it as it is. Leave it like you like. But I'm just saying, first thing, if you want to relax, get to your room, chill out, and get ready for the deck party. I'll have a video on that next about the deck party coming up. I'll be talking about that as well, a few other videos. So if you're new to this video and you're a first-time cruiser, definitely subscribe, you guys. But yeah, when you're in your room, look over. If there's anything missing, call right now, because right now it's not that busy at guest services because everybody's just getting on the ship. So that'd be the best time to call, because if you wait a little bit later, it might be a lot more people calling as well. So I have some tips on some things you can have ordered to your room for free, as well. And this brings us to the tip area. A lot of people like fans. I'm a fan believer. I love to have a fan because I like to keep cool and stuff like that, because I'm like still here. So ask your steward, or before you even get on the ship, put in the notes that you would like to have a fan brought to your room. Like that, no charge. You don't have to bring it. It's a small enough one for you and yourself like that, and it's great. I've always done it, and it's always first come, first serve. So make sure you order a fan. I know a friend of mine didn't know that, and he ordered one, was able to get one still. But try to do it, or when you get there and meet your steward, a lot of times they introduce themselves and give you their cards. And one thing about your room I'll let you know is they turn up your bed, which is, makes up your bed. Either morning or in the afternoon. So it's just up to you. For me, normally I like to have my bed made up, right before dinner. So one time I go to bed, I'll go already finish up in the afternoon and be ready. But sometimes I like to do it twice a day. But because of COVID, they only do it, it depends on one time a day, or they may not do it at all. So you just got to ask, depending on what shifts, if you can get it twice. So normally for me, before all of this, I would get it done in the morning, and then we would sometimes come back and get them done in the afternoon. But you could just do it, have them turn up, one time out of the day, say after you get up in the morning, have your bed turned up, because you might not end up back in your room. So that's the best bet. But we do it normally, what we do is we do it in the morning, and then we would have them turn it up for bedtime, depending on what it is. And for those that have children and kids, just bringing in, same with that too, because you might have a bunk bed in your room, so it might be laid down, during the daytime. You could ask them to push it up, so you can sit down around the room and stuff like that, because I know the kids are not going to be running around sleeping throughout the day. So that's another thing to do and ask. Also too, for those that celebrate anniversaries or celebrate stuff and you having stuff sent to your room, be clear that if you don't order it that day, or you don't get it, it may not come until way later. You might expect it to be there when you get to the room, but it may not be there, because I know some stuff we ordered, like some chocolate covered strawberries, some cookies, and a few other things, they were not there. So I called, and it was like, well, we're kind of, back ordered on something. So don't worry, it's still going to come, but it might come later than you expect. So if you do it in advance, say it gives them more time, online, in the, wherever you ordering your stuff from to come to the room. If you do it early enough, it'll probably come earlier. But just be aware that it may not come on time. But, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm Casey, your travel advisor, and I will be, constantly giving you first-time tips for first-time cruises, you guys. So stay tuned and subscribe, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave me a comment if you had any of these issues, or if you have any other questions that I can actually address to you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next one.